All right, everyone, welcome back to Central Coast Disc Golf. This is round 2 from the 2023 Mid-America Open in the scorching hot Columbia, Missouri. I'm Nate Perkins here with Holland Hanley. Holland, this course is pretty sweet.
This course is beyond pretty sweet. One of my favorites easily, just beautiful property, really well designed. Taking a look at our leaderboard going into round 2, we've got Alexis Mandujano with a 7-stroke lead after just 18 holes. Whole bunch of people right behind her. Lisa Fajkus, Owen Scoggins, Valerie Mandujano rounding out the lead card. And we got a bunch of people really close behind on Chase. Potentially just a battle for second, but Harmony Benz has some teeth, so I think there's still going to be some interesting golf to play today. Taking a look at hole 1, we've got a par 5, 777 feet. Pretty much two things you're going to see off the tee. Some people are going to lay up in front of this creek. Bigger arms are going to try to go for it and bite a little bit more distance. And then for your second shot, you're looking to land somewhere to the left of where the drone is flying safe. This creek is out of bounds. And then you want to pitch up to right about here. And to give you one last final approach into this elevated green.
Oh, shit. With a first round score, a course record 59 9 under par from San Antonio, Texas, Alexis Mandujano.
Looks like Alexis throwing something slow, maybe a putter, electing to go for that layup play.
With a first round score of 66 2 under par from Canyon Lake, Texas, Lisa Fajkus.
Thank you, Lisa.
Lisa looking to throw that short of the creek, and she does so.
Yeah, that looks maybe a little left, but it looks like she'll actually have a little gap between those trees and the creek. Of course, we got Owen Scoggins, crowd favorite.
Will she go destroyer or destroyer?
That almost maybe looks like her leopard 3, but I'm not really sure.
It kind of does, and it's gliding out on her, and that is out of bounds. That's an unforced error right there.
From San Antonio, Texas, Valerie Mandujano.
Well, do you think Valerie and Alexis play better when they're on a card together?
Honestly, I feel like it probably adds a layer of, some sort of pressure for either or both of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask them that. I've never asked them that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Valerie.
I feel like
finds the creek. I'm not. She looked like she was kind of trying to go across. That was, too big of a misstep to have been a missed layup. Alexis in a really prime position after the layup play. From there, she'll likely be trying to get close to the creek's edge and then pitch over for par. It's really, really hard to get up and down for a birdie. If you don't cross the creek on the first shot, generally when we see players lay up, that's because they're planning to play for par.
Oh, Lisa pushed that one a little too wide, and that finds the creek.
Yeah, some early mistakes from our lead card. Owen trying to recover. He's pushing that OB. There is a line if you get close to the creek on the second shot where you can actually go for the pin. It's really scary, though. You are across OB the entire way. I doubt that's what they're going to do, but, who knows? Good recovery shot from Val. And yeah, pretty ideal landing zone to now pitch over to the green. And yeah, Lisa's going for this. Oh, no, she's laying up.
Oh, even that layup is scary.
Yeah, she faked me out for a second there, but now she's just pitching up. She'll be just a couple feet in front of Val, looks like. And Alexis in a really good position. Personally, I like the forehand play here. There's that little gap that we saw Alexis hit. If you just focus on throwing something relatively stable through that gap, you'll finish right, and usually you don't bring the OB into play.
And this is a scary shot right here. It's through and stays on top. That is close to kicking right back in the creek.
Yeah, I want to say it was probably about 280, 290 from where she was, but still very scary. Nice touch there by Valerie.
Yeah, these are touchy little approaches. You don't want to juice it too much or you'll be left with a death putt, but obviously don't want to leave it short and
Yeah, if
catch
you
that
leave it
lip.
short, you're rethrowing, essentially. Maybe you get to walk up a couple feet, but
And
yeah,
they
really
all-
great approaches from everybody.
Yeah, they all displayed some touch. Owen from 40. Oh. Kind of a rare air ball there.
And she'll walk away with a bogey.
Alexis gonna pick up a stroke on her entire card. Heading into hole 2.
Yeah, for hole 2, we've got a par 4, 536 feet. The entire fairway is a nice dog leg to the right, so you're looking to throw either a turnover or a forehand. You got a couple gaps to choose from off of the tee. There's a left and a right line, but you want to get something at least to the corner, if not a little bit around. And if you can manage that, you'll have about a 300 foot to this tricky green. About 10 feet behind that basket is the OB line, and we've got pretty fast hard packed ground right around it, so really got to have speed control on that second shot.
Oh, gets through that first tree.
Yeah, that was way pulled inside, but she manages to sneak through everything.
Yeah, nice little turnover from Lisa just off the center of the fairway. It's
Owen's showing us the left side line with her sidearm.
There's like one little road you want to land on, and if you're not on that little road, you're scrambling.
Yeah, she got kind of a weird little bounce and roll and an otherwise pretty good shot. I like this from Valerie. This needs to slow down. And she's a little bit long of the ideal landing zone, but she got quite a bit of distance off.
Yeah, back in the center. Good second kick.
That's actually a pretty good spot for Lisa. Trying to flex something, maybe give herself a look, and she'll be at about 40 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Really nicely done. Oh, man.
No.
Yeah, Harmony Ben's showing some teeth early for our lead card. Get this shot. That needs to get down.
Oh, and
That was
put on the
probably a good
brakes.
tree.
I think so. It could have found the creek.
Definitely. Yeah, she'll have a pretty easy pitch up from there. Valerie deeper in the woods now.
Yeah, even worse.
What
angle.
is this? What? That was a crazy line. She throws it back deeper into the woods. Is going to kick deeper if she hits something, but she gets back into the fairway. Really nicely done.
And this is a touchy approach with the OB just maybe 10 feet behind the pin, and really well executed from Alexis. You guys are throwing the same bag? She's throwing Discraft, right?
Yeah. Both of the Mandujanos are on Discraft now.
Yeah.
Lisa giving that a soft bid, but she settles inbounds. Nice putt from Val.
Little death putt for the bogey right there.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Owen Scoggins chain out left side and find that OB on a pretty short putt yesterday, so it's easy to do even for the best putters in the game.
And Alexis will be picking up 2 in the first 2 holes from her sister.
Yeah, her lead's now up to 8 strokes. Alrighty, hole 3. We finally get a par 3. 262 feet, although this one does have some teeth as well. You need to throw pretty much a flat shot right off the tee that starts drifting right and just barely hooks up at the end. Surprisingly tricky line given the distance. If you do happen to kick, you hope that you don't kick right, because you can end up kicking all the way back down that hill, being stuck in a bush, or even going all the way back to hole 2's fairway. Really, really hard to recover. Bogey likely, double bogey likely if that happens. Alexis pulls out a little wide, is fortunate to miss that tree and absolutely parked.
And just stops her. That can roll a long way right there if they get up on edge. And oh, Lisa, a little flare follow through that's become so classic.
She catches a late tree, curls up to just inside circle 2. I like how she kept that one low, gave it a chance to maybe drag on the ground and have some control coming into the pin. And Owen kicks this one high. Good little forward roll. Probably about midway between the circles right there.
Oh, Val kind of tugs on that one and looked like it was headed for the basket and catches a late guardian.
Lisa she's laying that one up, gets a little trickle down the hill, but she checks up just outside the bullseye. Yeah, all these ladies not wanting to mess with that death putt. Gonna be conceding yet another stroke to Alexis here early.
She's parked. Wow, she'll be 9 ahead of the next closest.
Oh, wild. Grabbing the first birdie on the lead card. Everybody else over par on the round. All right, with our first check-in, we've got Alexis 9 ahead of the next person. I mean, at this point, it's Harmony Bends. A lot could still happen, but she's kind of got it right now.
When you're serious about sports, you don't just stand on the sidelines. You make things happen. You plan. You execute. You get hyped. You make the most of every moment. And when you're the Como Sports Commission, you make every single event one to remember. Experience the unexpected with the Como Sports Commission.
At Discraft, we don't wait to see what the future holds. We build it. The future is in your hands.
All right, we got hole 4, another par 3, 288 feet. Going back down the hill we just hiked up. You want to hit this initial gap and float something down and control the speed here. A really common miss if you do manage to hit this gap is to sail it to circle 2 long. Plays very, very short, demands a lot of speed control. And again, kicking left, you can end up all the way down the hill, potentially in the fairway of another hole.
Alexis going standstill. Is she throwing? Is that a fierce?
Oh, that's probably a Luna. I don't know if she
Okay.
throws a fierce. I do know she throws Lunas, and that looked like she threw it on a little bit of Anheuser and had some stability.
Yeah, that's a pretty common.
think you're
result.
fine with that, though. You know, you're
Yeah.
fine with sailing it. She's
You
a
hit the
good
gap.
putter. She's probably betting.
Oh, did that just skip off
She
the
just
pad?
skipped off the short tee pad.
No way.
Oh, wow.
That has got to be a first. Skipping off the tee pad in front of you and getting to the edge of the circle.
Yeah, Owen going back to that sidearm flex we saw her do yesterday with her destroyer. Oh, keep rolling.
Oh, what a roll.
It's a lovely little roll there.
Val also going standstill, and this says better control the height.
Oh, that was a
Okay.
nice kick, too. Nice putt from Lisa.
Turfed it into the tee pad and cards the birdie. I love that.
I wonder if the tee pad was intentional. You know? Keep it low, control the speed. Maybe Lisa knew something like that.
That would be next level.
Owen cashes in that birdie putt as well. There we go. Rest of the lead card coming alive here on hole 4. Alexis has this long jumper. Oh my gosh.
And Alexis is a pretty fast putter, so I believe we did miss that little tap in there, and we're on to the 5th. Look at this feature right here.
Yeah, par 4, 460 feet. Plays quite a bit longer than that. You're looking to get your tee shot just above these rocks. If you can push it right on the top of this hill, that's even better. And then you're looking at either this right gap where the drone is flying. There is a left gap if you do manage to get a little bit over the hill. Trying to speed control like a mid-range or a putter down into these wood chips to give yourself a look at birdie. Lisa going that right gap. A little low on the hill, but she'll have something to work with there.
Just enough room to flex it. Flexes it too much.
She hits those rocks. Fortunate to not roll. It's very, very common mistake here is to hit those rocks, and then you do have the potential to roll all the way back down the hill. Something like that. Not a roll, but a kick and a slide. She's only about barely up the hill at all.
Yeah, it completely changes the hole when you don't make it up the hill in one.
Yeah, Alexis, perfectly placed.
Potential to get down there from here, Holly?
Yeah, there's definitely, I think she has access to that left side line. She just tags a tree, but it is pretty wide open if you do get to the top of the hill on that left side. Oh, Val. Don't do that. That's just mean. She gets all the way up to the end of the circle from there. And she'll have a look to save her par.
Yeah.
After
No,
rolling
it's-
down twice. Wild.
Lisa gonna give herself a look.
Yeah, Alexis in pretty prime position for this right side gap. Going back to probably that Luna.
Look at that line.
Oh, yeah.
Just
that
so
was
pure.
Nailed
Oh,
it.
Man, she's really feeling her disc golf game right now.
Yeah, she's really showing that she's got this course figured out so far. You can see how she shot a 9 down yesterday.
Absolutely see it. And while her card is struggling, she's gonna have the luxury of kicking back and watching them attempt.
Wow, what a par save. That's so hard to watch your disc roll down the hill twice, step up, put it in the circle, jam the putt. Really next level stuff from Val.
Yeah, only losing 1 to her assist now.
Yeah.
As will own.
Alexa's barely waiting for Lisa to get her putt around where she taps in
She's
her
the
birdie.
fastest
She
player
is
I've ever
so
seen.
fast. Hole 6, we got another par 3, 277 feet. You're looking to throw some kind of hyzer off the tee to push inside of these couple of skinny trees here in the middle. We do have a bit of a side slope, so very easy to get kind of a skip up and then a little cut roll. A common miss is, or a common mishap, we'll say, is to throw a really good shot that catches a root and ends up down by those logs on the right side. But yeah, you're looking to throw a nice high pushing hyzer, skip it up here, and give yourself a look.
It's tough to get back up this hill.
It really is.
Seems so easy to just like roll the other direction.
Yeah. Yeah, with how hard pack it is, you get kind of that little like scoot, cut and roll. And Alexis finds that middle tree. But she stays pretty close. She should have some kind of line to get up and down. This looks a little more like it from Lisa. Yeah, a little short there, but she'll have a putt. Own taking the wider line. I think the wide right line's a little bit more open, but it's very, very hard to get the disc up the hill enough to really give yourself a good putt. I recognize that disc. I gave her that disc.
You did?
Yeah, that's Val throwing my Tour Series Vulture.
Nice.
Recognize the throw Joe's die.
Love that. It's the one of the good things about, you know, having some teammates out on the tour with you.
Absolutely.
Share frisbees.
Oh yeah, and always pay it forward.
And the card's struggling here on the 6th.
Yeah,
Alexis.
it's got some teeth on this left side. Like, you can land safe and not get the roll, but there's just so many trees.
And she'll have that for her bogey.
All right, Owen making me eat my words about that right side gap. I guess if you're on Scoggins and 50 footers are just like an everyday thing for you.
Yeah, just
you can
wobbling
take
on home.
whatever gap you want.
Man, so much fun to watch. Oh, Fajkus is in as well.
Lisa, not to be outdone.
She's looking over at Owen.
She's like, I'm not gonna let you big putt me like that. Do you find that you are more or less likely to jam a big putt if someone does it right before you?
More likely, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, no.
man.
That looked strong.
Yeah. Dang.
And that's going to be a double bogey. All of a sudden.
And yeah, all of a
Well, she just
sudden-
had one bogey yesterday.
I believe it was on this hole.
It was on this hole.
Yeah. So she's still got time to turn it around here, but yeah. Giving a couple back to her card mates. Lisa and Owen were 2 of 3 birdies on the day on this hole. The other one was Cat Merch.
Yeah, those were sweet putts.
Quick leaderboard check-in. Alexis still maintaining her lead, now down to 6. Owen and Lisa trying to chase her down. We've got Holly Finley bumping up her way into the top 5. Let's take a look at hole 7, a par 3, 367 feet. Just a tunnel shot straight downhill. This is really testing your ability to hit a gap as well as your ability to keep a disc flying straight with the nose down. Used to go to the long pin as same as the guys, 400 feet. They shortened it for us this year. I think that was a good play. Makes it just a little bit more scoreable, although we saw Cat Merch still basically go for the men's
Yeah, that was
pin
huge.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Blasting it about 400 feet off of this elevated tee pad.
Yeah, it's a fun shot. Framed up beautifully with those trees that are kind of leaning into each other. The higher you are in the gap, the skinnier it is.
Yeah, this looks great from Lisa. Oh my gosh, slow down. There's a bit of a little dip just behind the basket. So you really want to land short. If you do sail it, you're going to be looking at a bit of a long putt. I love this angle from Owen.
These are just two beautiful shapes. Lisa kind of straight out it. Owen, a little baby flex, of course, and they're both 20 feet or less.
Val also going for the hyzer flip. Gets this drifting right. Go in! Oh my god.
That was so close. That was less than a disc length away from just smashing the right side.
What a cool ace that would have been.
That was 3 in a row, and yeah, Alexis kind of gets on top of that one, but wow, 3 amazing shots from the lead card.
Yeah, Alexis just pitching up. Oh, Val, just a little high after the ace run.
The ace to par is never.
The ace to par is
it's
never
like,
fun. Nice putt there from Lisa. Putt's looking good right now.
Yeah, it is. 3 out of the last 4.
When Lisa's little nose up floaty putt's on, it is fun to watch. Owen and Lisa gaining another stroke on Alexis. Owen and Lisa have perfectly matched each other's scores
Wow.
since the
Yeah.
beginning.
I see that. It's hard to do, especially at a course like Harmony, so unpredictable.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they're just vibing right now. Alexis tapping in that par. Hole 8, the only hole on this course I would call a must-get, I think, for the FPO.
Yeah.
216 feet, it's another tunnel shot, this time going straight uphill, again testing your ability to hit a gap and controlled nose angle of the disc. You're going to see most players throwing probably about a mid-range. You'll see some go fairway or putter. Most players are going to go up this center gap. You can throw a forehand, you can throw a backhand. Just make sure you give it the height so that you don't catch one of these logs and roll down the hill. There is also a hyzer righty backhand gap off to the right side if you prefer that. And of course, there's OB behind.
Yeah.
Can't forget about that OB behind.
Those discs that popped out yesterday.
Yeah, that was wild.
This is just such a beautiful hole with the feature, that limestone wall that kind of creates this little hill right here.
Yeah, have you taken a look at those rocks down there on the lower right side where that path is? You can see where the creek at some point was running through those rocks, so they've got kind of all these different like little holes through them.
Cool.
Pretty sweet. Owen a little low there, catches one of those logs. And that was just perfect.
It's wild how identical their forms are, Val, Alexis.
Yeah, I mean, pretty similar body types, and I imagine they learned together.
Yeah.
So they probably picked up a lot of the same things. Wow, she's throwing that like straight up in the air. That's kind of crazy.
A lot could go wrong there, and a lot could go wrong here, and just no fear. That's a way to bounce back from that double.
Yeah, good cleanup from Owen there. They finally got a different score in a hole. Lisa put together a turkey. She's now gone 4 through 5.
Yeah, she's within 5 of the lead right now.
Heating up a little bit. Moving on to hole 9, par 5, 684 feet. 2 options, like once again off the tee, we're going to show you the right side gap as this drone is flying. Going this way, you're going to want to throw something that's going to have a bit of a pushing hyzer angle. We do kind of a bit of a figure 8 pattern, but most players are looking to land about here. And then if we continue on this right side gap, you'll throw another little pushing hyzer, try to get as much distance as you can through this gap, and then throw some kind of slow, controlled shot into this green. Very fast green. If you're throwing anything that can flare skip, you gotta hit the ground about 30, 40 short. Otherwise, you're gonna roll down the hill behind the pin.
Well done, Holland, on that fly through. What a journey of a par 5 this is. It's only 684, but it feels longer because of the how uphill the first section of this hole is.
Yeah, exactly. And there's 2 examples of each, or 1 example each of the 2 options off the tee here. Gaps are really about the same size. I think you can get a little more distance if you go that left gap.
Yeah,
Although the hyzer's probably a little bit easier shape to throw.
And a little safer too. I feel like the kicks, if you go early left, are pretty bad because it could potentially put you near 17's basket over there on the left.
Yeah, we saw Owen kick early left yesterday and had to throw almost vertically to get out of those bushes.
And she's in a good position today. A little early, but filters through in a good roll.
Yeah, and there's actually several fairways, several little gaps once you get over this hill. So really the name of the game is just get as much distance as you can in 2 shots and then see what you're left with. You see Lisa manages to hug that tree line on the right side. Oh, that was so well done.
She's way up there. A little chip into the green.
Alexis, also well done. It lands a little bit higher on the hill, but she'll probably have the same line as Valerie. Oh, man. I loved that.
Great shape. It just started cruising a little too early.
Yeah.
And Owen, I feel like she has no fear throwing the 12 speed, and she's going to pay the price this time.
Yeah, generally she makes the destroyer work, but it is, I think, ideally you want to come into this green a little bit slow. I guess Alexis just didn't have room to try and throw the little forehand approach. She just pitches up with her Luna.
Yeah, she took a decent amount of time deciding on that shot.
That looked like a Luna out of Valerie as well.
What?
Go to the pin at least.
No way. That was done moving.
It was laying flat, and it just was like, nah, I'm going to stand up.
Stand up and roll. That was
like,
it perfectly matched the slope. I mean, she couldn't
like,
have thrown it any better.
Jessica's like, all right, I'm going to head out. Dang. No way, Lisa.
Turn of events
Who
right there.
runs that putt? That was wild.
It's the pace on that putt was perfect too. I don't even think it was going down the cliff.
Yeah, that was crazy. Alexis is like, I'm not crazy enough to do that. I'm gonna lay that up. That was wild.
I feel like someone needs to make a GIF of that putter, like landing flat and then just like spinning up on its side and taking off.
That was crazy, man. That was dirty. But she recovers her par.
Yeah, lots of action here on this front 9 at Harmony. Really just loving this course. The more I see it, the more I play it.
Oh yeah, even if it is, a heat index of over 105 or, plus minus, give or take. Yeah, a little bit of a slow start for our lead card, but there's quite a bit of green as they're picking up the pace. Doing a quick leaderboard check-in. We've still got Alexis holding on to that lead, although she is now down to only a 5-stroke lead.
3 down, hot on the front. Oh, nope. Holland Hanley.
Hey.
Our girl right here shooting a 4 down on the front. And yeah, Harmony showing its teeth today. And thank you guys so much for joining us here on Central Coast Disc Golf. From Holland and Nate, we will see you soon for part 2 from round 2 of the Mid-America Open.